New at 6, a story that started with an email to the News Channel 3 newsroom. A local woman saying she's concerned about what a planned power outage will mean for her family in this extreme heat. That's when News Channel 3's Tori King went to work up in the high desert watching out for you. Why the power company says they're doing all they can.
I'm here in Yucca Valley where one homeowner says she only had 1 day's notice for a planned power outage in her neighborhood. And although she understands that these things happen from time to time, she wonders why they must take place in triple-digit temperatures.
I think we're in the high 80s in the house currently since the air conditioning has been off. So, and other people that have been running swamp coolers, I imagine their houses are up in the 90s, maybe close to 100.
Kelly is a resident of Yucca Valley, and she's also a Southern California Edison customer. On Tuesday, she, along with several of her neighbors, received this email from the power company about a 6-hour planned outage happening on Wednesday.
I was concerned about my animals. You know, I do have an African gray parrot and I have mastiffs and stuff, you know, just with having the heat and them being able to tolerate and seeing if I have to put them in the truck and maybe drive somewhere else where it's cooler.
She's also concerned about SCE conducting these outages during a heat wave.
I just worry about the health of people up here. We have a huge elderly community that the timing could have been a lot better. They could have looked at and saw that we're having a massive heat wave. It's just that it's really frustrating that they don't even consider with the time frames. There goes electricity being turned on.
It just turned on just now?
Yeah, it just barely turned on.
She, like many others, wonder whether power companies can prevent outages like these from happening, especially in dangerous triple-digit heat. That's why I reached out to SCE for answers.
We know that every single outage is at least a hardship for customers. Some of them are big hardships, and we recognize that. So we try to minimize outages as much as possible.
What you're saying is these planned outages, although they are inconvenient, and you understand that, they are necessary to prevent bigger problems.
Certainly, if we don't keep up with grid maintenance, some components that are absolutely essential to reliability could fail. But we do take into account factors like the temperature for a day, and the maintenance that's going on now during the summer represents the truly essential work that cannot wait. Everything that can be postponed to cooler days has already been postponed. So what we're doing now is what remains that's truly necessary to maintain grid reliability and resilience.
So for more information on any of these planned outages and what you can do in the event of maintenance work, just head to our website, kesq.com. In Yucca Valley, Tori King, News Channel 3.